Good morning from the farm in Highland. Quick update on Friday evening about 10:30 we welcomed Jill, baby girl, a baby Angus girl named Jill, to our farm. Kind of amazing to watch Jill. In fact, she's running around right there. She's not even in that video there. It was Saturday evening when I took that video. And she's not even a day old yet. And look at her. She's just running around full of energy, probably driving her mom a little nuts. But tons of energy. And little Jill seems to be getting along just fine. They are spending time out in the pasture. And hopefully in a couple days we're going to move them to another pasture. But she's actually in the same pasture as Little Ann and Coco. Now Little Ann and Coco are just chilling, relaxing right there. And in fact, you can see Coco is just chilling until Mama sneezes. And they all get up and run away. But they're doing well. There's Daddy there. We call him Rocket Man. He's about a 2,000-pound Angus bull, younger bull, but Rocket Man's doing well. Brock and April are doing fine. Seem to be getting along well. And Cinnamon is growing, and Mom seems to be doing all right. First year at her place for Cinnamon's mom, and we're trying to get her put on some weight, but she seems to be doing well, and hope that will be taken care of. Been busy this week. Of course, every day we make feed. This is a group of heifers we custom raise for some people over at Fenimore, and so every day we have to make them some fresh feed. Interesting that we drop around 5,000 pounds of feed to these groups of heifers every 2 days, and they get hay, and they get corn silage, and really like it. As you can tell, they're just munching down. Had to show you this beautiful flower garden of my wife's, and she puts a lot of hard work in. As you can tell, it's just beautiful. This is one of the flower gardens that she works on, and you can see all kinds of beautiful colors, tulips, lilies, and all kinds of flowers. I have no clue what they are. And same with here, just beautiful. So we finally got this Peterbilt done, 2006 Peterbilt 357. We named him Bubba Jr. We had a Bubba on our place a couple years back. That was a 120,000-pound excavator, but this is Bubba Jr., and this is a 550 horsepower N14 red top Cummins in here with a 8L transmission, and I'm really excited about this project. We're probably going to sell Bubba Jr., but if not, we might put a silage box on it. So for a couple moments, we're going to look at someone in the Bible. We read about him in Matthew, we read about him in Mark, we read about him in Luke, and we read about him in John, and we also read just a little bit in Acts about him. And this man is Barabbas. So in the Bible, John 18 and 40, we're told that Barabbas was a robber. In Matthew 27 and 16, we're told he was a notorious prisoner. Luke 23, we were told that he was a man that was thrown into prison for leading an insurrection and for murder. So this is the man we're looking at. Not a very nice man. So if you look in the Bible, Barabbas shows up where? He shows up when the Lord Jesus was just about to be crucified. Now, so you stop and think of this. Barabbas was a bad dude, okay? But the Lord Jesus, what was he? He was the one that healed the sick. He's the one that healed people that needed to be healed. He was the one that loved the children. He was the one that cared. So here we have Pilate, which at this time, at this day, had the opportunity to release one prisoner. And he decided to choose the Lord Jesus or Barabbas. So he brings it forth to the people. And he says, who do you want me to release? Do you want me to release Barabbas or the Lord Jesus? And what did the people choose to be released? Barabbas. What? Really? Crazy. So what do we read there? I think it's interesting what we don't read. So Barabbas was released. Not once do we read that Barabbas thanked the Lord Jesus, or said thank you at all, or showed any type of care towards the Lord Jesus. But what did he do? He just put his back to the Lord Jesus and walked away. So I have to be honest. For a long, long time, I'd read about Barabbas, and I'd get kind of mad. Barabbas, man, what a fool. How terrible. How rude. Until one day, it really just hit me that I was no better than Barabbas. For years of my life, I put my back to the Lord Jesus. I wanted nothing to do with him, even though he had done so great, awesome things for me. He laid down his life upon the cross that I could have sins forgiven. But what did I do? I didn't thank him. I put my back to him, and I refused to acknowledge him and just walked away. So I'd like to bring forth a verse that I've been thinking about today. Matthew 27 and verse 22. And this is what it says. This is here at the cross. And Pilate says unto them, what shall I do with Jesus, which is called Christ? I want you to think about that today. What are you going to do with Jesus, which is called Christ? Are you just going to put your back towards him and walk away? Or are you going to turn? Are you going to turn to the Lord Jesus Christ, the one who loves you and laid down his life upon the cross for you? What will you do with Jesus, which is called Christ?